Hello everyone, how's it going? And welcome to today's Wild Rift video. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at Corki. Now, Corki has so many different builds at the moment in the current meta, and honestly, it sometimes can be a little bit overwhelming for people. You got people building Black Cleaver Corki, Divine Sunderer Corki, Hullbreaker Corki first item, Essence Reaver first item Corki. There's a lot of different builds floating around, but in my opinion, this is the best build for Corki right now if you want to focus on dealing the most amount of damage. The first two items are pretty standard with AD carries nowadays. You have Storm Razor plus Infinity Edge. Now with this build, you don't have mana immune, so you're not going to be able to spam abilities as much. So when you are playing Corki with this build, make sure you don't use your abilities just randomly. Make sure you're actually hitting your abilities and make sure you use them at the correct time, because it won't take too long for your mana to completely run out. Now, Storm Razor is still a great item for Corki. Gives him all the stats he pretty much needs. Attack damage, crit rate, and attack speed. And then you'll be able to deal bonus and magic damage, which is really nice, which works well with Void Staff as well, because Corki's main damage source is actually AP, because his passive converts 80% of his AD damage into AP damage. And that also works with his auto attacks. So dealing bonus magic damage is really nice for Corki, and you also get the slow. So you can use your Valkyrie afterwards to chase the enemy and just deal a lot of damage. Infinity Edge as well, just a great item with Storm Razor. A lot of attack damage, a lot of crit rate, and also allows your critical strike chance to deal 30% more damage. Now with Corki, you don't really need that much attack speed. You're not focused a lot on attack speed, so you don't really need to run, lethal tempo or anything like that as well, because it doesn't really work too well with Corki. So that's why you go for a little bit of attack damage, attack speed in this build with items like Storm Razor. Not Storm Razor, sorry, Solari Charge Blade. I always get them two items mixed up for some reason. But the main reason why you use Solari Charge Blade is because of the passive. So using an ability, which you can use quite a bit because the cooldowns are very low, gathers Radiance for up to 10 seconds. And attacks that hit expend a charge and deal bonus magic damage on hit. And the most important thing is that this bonus can critically strike. So most of the time with Solari Charge Blade now, you want to build it later on during the build. This is why Solari Charge Blade is a third item and not a second item anymore. Before, you used to build Solari Charge Blade as a second item because you gained that extra 50% crit chance, extra 25% critical strike chance. But now you don't, you only get 25% critical strike chance, but the item is still really, really strong on champions that like to use their abilities a lot, like Corki. And again, as it mentions, the on-hit damage can also critically strike. So you have 25% from Storm Razor, 25% from Infinity Edge, and then Solari Charge Blade as your third item also has 25%. So you're going to have 75% crit chance for Solari Charge Blade to be able to crit and deal the extra bonus magic damage, which honestly is really, really important for Corki. You're going to be dealing a lot of damage already. The armor penetration, magic penetration isn't that important to build a third item because your third ability shreds armor and magic resist. So as long as you're within range of your third ability of the enemy champion, then you'll be completely fine to go for 3 offensive items early on. Obviously with this item, it gives you 25% crit rate, a little bit of attack speed and ability haste as well. But this is pretty much the only attack speed that you'll be building on top of the little bit of attack speed that you get from Storm Razor. But honestly, these 2 attack speed items are more than enough. As mentioned already, Corki mainly deals magic damage, so making sure you have magic penetration is really important. So Raider's Grudge, not good. Mortal Reminder, not good. And make sure you go for Void Staff with Corki. This is probably the most important thing in the entire build. And if a last item, you just want to go for a more aggressive item that deals critical strike chance. The problem is that you don't want to build critical strike items that have attack speed. So you're kind of running out of options. Problem is, Bloodthirster has physical vamp. Most of Corki's damage is magic damage, so physical vamp, not really that important. Static Shiv, attack speed. Rapid Fire Cannon's attack speed. Hurricane's attack speed. So you're kind of running short on items that have critical strike chance that are really going to be beneficial. Phantom Dancer, attack speed. Only really other option is Navori Quick Blades, but the thing is with this Corki build is that you're not going to be spamming abilities as much as like a mana immune build because you're not going to be having as much mana. So to help with a little bit and to compensate that, you can go for Essence Reaver as your last item. Now this item is really not good as a first item at the moment. The stats that you get is just a lot lower than, Storm Razor plus Infinity Edge. If you do want to focus on, having a lot of mana and using your abilities more often, then I would build Manamune as a first item and then go into Storm Razor, i.e. Solari Charge Blade, like that. That's the only way I would think of if you want to go for more, you know, focus more on your abilities than your auto attacks. But Estus Reaver as a last item is still completely fine. This will allow you to get 100% crit rate with this build, and then Estus Reaver will help you a little bit in the late game, restore that missing mana so you can use your abilities more often. For the runes, Conqueror is still the go-to. Even though we have Cracker Slayer and Lethal Tempo in the game right now, Conqueror is still really good for Corki because it works with your first ability, your third ability, your ultimate as well, because you're going to be using your rockets a lot for poking, and that allows you to just quickly game adaptive force stacks with the Conqueror. So it's still the go-to with Corki. Lethal Temper doesn't really work too well because the attack speed doesn't really work too well with Corki. And Kraken Slayer, again, just a rune that doesn't really work too well with Corki, and also overall it's just a pretty bad rune at the moment. As for the next one, Triumph is the best rune for Corki. You can go for Giant Slayer as well. The problem is that when you have these adaptive damage stats, like Brutal and Gathering Storm, you're going to be gaining AD. But the problem is that Corki doesn't really want to have adaptive stacks with AD, if that makes sense. Same with Hunter Vampirism as well. So the only two real options you have is Triumph or Giant Slayer. Now, Giant Slayer is really good against champions that could be building a lot of bonus health. So if you're against a lot of bruisers or a lot of tanks, then Giant Slayer is really good, especially because Corki scales more into the mid and the late game. So even though Giant Slayer doesn't do anything at all in the early game, that's fine. You're not really at a strong point in the early game anyway. You need to wait until you get about 3 items with Corki to be stronger, to be strong. But Triumph's really good. It restores 10% of your missing health. You deal more damage to low health targets. Really, really nice. The next rune, Nullifying Orb, this is just a standard, really strong rune, but I would definitely recommend being flexible with the Resolve tree because there's so many different options that are really good. Bone Plating is good against a lot of combo damage and assassins. Second Wind is good against a lot of poke. Hunter Titan, good if you're against a lot of crowd control. And Adaptive Carapace if you're against a lot of champions that are dealing the same damage source, because you gain bonus armor or magic resist. But overall, Nullifying Orb is just a good standard all-around rune for pretty much any single champion in the game right now. And the last rune is Hunter Genius. Now you can go for Mana Flow Band as well for the last item, for the last rune, if you do feel like you're running low on mana. But honestly, with this build, I would 100% recommend just not really spamming your abilities too much and just focus on your auto attacks. And you'll see in this gameplay how much damage you can deal. Now for the summon spells, Flash and Exhaust. But that's everything for the builds. Hopefully you all enjoy the gameplay. As always, stay safe, and I'll see you all in the next Wild Rift video. Peace. Yes, I know. I want the shit forever, mine, ever, mine, ever.
Another fried shorty. Nugget.
Believers or not believers? Are you believers, chat? Oh my god, I need anti-heal. Now, but what do I do this game as Corki? I have no anti-heal. I actually can't buy anti-heal or anything.
Did you win last game?
No, I didn't win last game. Never mind, never mind, never mind. Last game was a loss. A loss or Reno? Wait, I have the wrong build. Oh no. I have the wrong build, chat.
Dying Light 2 when? New PC when?
Copium and even more copium.
What happened to the offer?
I don't really know yet. They're still sorting it. Nice, sir. Good job, Rakan. Nice, nice. Rakan plays. Got level 5. Is strong from anime? I don't know. Ask Zaki. I have no idea. It's Zaki's song requests. Oh, attack him, man. If I really attacks him then, I think he's dead. I don't need boots because I'm going to get package. Who needs boots? Am I right, chat? I know I need to focus Rock. I know. Yeah, Corki can't build anti-heal. That's the problem. The only thing you can build is Oblivion Orb, but it's pretty much a waste of gold. Because it's really shit. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! What a play! Let's go! My god, my damage! Pod package! That Rakan engage was really clean as well. I just followed up with the Corki package, but the Rakan engage was so clean. So clean. Hog play by Rakan. That's such a nice package, Stu. Thanks, Keys. You've probably seen it, right? I guess Corki's the way to go, chat. Corki is the way to go. Nice try. Nice try, Kaiser. Nice try.
Another fried shorty.
He tried his best. He tried his best. He took my red buff. Okay, another triple kill. Can we get 0 deaths? That's the question. That's the real challenge now, getting 0 deaths. What a song, by the way. Corki's damage is disgusting. Holy shit. Wait for my Corki package. I think this is a game to get a pentakill on Corki, am I right, chat? Okay, or just another triple kill. That also works. I'm 14-0, chat. Ow. I'm 14-0 in 10 minutes. Oh shit. I'm dead. Oh no! Why did I even mention not dying? And then I int and I run it down. I int and I run it down. I'm like, yeah, I'm just not going to die the entire game. And then I just run it down and I int. Oh, the Kamui. Yeah, that's fine. Cast the curse? True. Cast the curse. That is true. I should kill Kaiser. Ready to fire. Even in good days. I'll tell you what, that was a little bit closer than what I thought it'd be. Gragas is going to be in this bush here. Yep, he's there. Watch, I'm going to outplay this Gragas. You ready? Okay, maybe it's not an outplay. Maybe it's just a kill. My damage is so disgusting. My damage is so disgusting. GG's. What I get? 17-1 in how many minutes? I don't even know how many minutes that was. That was a lot of kills. That's all I know. That was a lot of kills with Corki. I'm so sad I died that one time, though. I'm so sad. 19,000 damage. 12-minute game, 17 kills with Corki. This champion's disgusting. Stormrazor IE, Solari Charge Blade. You can go like Void Staff. Essence Reaver. So good. What a champ. What a game. What a champ.